What's your opinion on TNA, Total Nonstop Action?
I think that TNA has an outstanding roster. I think that TNA is not using the roster the way they should. I think TNA made one positive move, and that was getting rid of that stupid six-sided ring. The storylines need to be a little better. I think they need to allow some of the younger talent to begin to shine. I sit back and I'm sitting back going, why did they ever get rid of Chris Daniels?
When you find the answer to that question, let me know.
Well, I don't know the answer. I worked 3 shows with Chris. The guy is amazing. He's outstanding. You've got Kurt Angle, who's a tremendous athlete. There's another guy that's nonstop. Talk about somebody that's dedicated to this business. I mean, he'll go out there with broken legs and arms and wrestle. Whether TNA is going to make its mark in the wrestling business, I really don't know. I think if they begin to change their storylines, if they begin to do what they need to do, if they begin to use some of the younger talent, and if, one of the things I keep saying, and people laugh at me, if they bring back some of the old school, people like old school. You bring back some of that. You bring back some of the respect that the business deserves. I think that TNA might be able to make a mark. The direction that TNA is heading in now, I'm not sure that's the best direction for TNA. I really don't. Your talent reflects your organization. That's all I'm going to say.
Do you think it was a mistake to bring in guys like Hogan and Nash and Hall? Well, Nash was already there, but to bring in Hogan and Bischoff to run the ship?
I guess I want to say that if you look at the talent that they're bringing in a lot of the older, more seasoned veterans, and I'm assuming they're doing that to work with the younger individuals that are in TNA to bring them up and through the ranks and bring them along. I mean, you've got Kevin Nash, outstanding athlete. Scott Hall. They don't come any better. Sean Waltman. You've got some great. Do I believe that Hogan and Bischoff was the right choice? I really don't know the answer to that. I'm still trying to sit down and I'm trying to say to myself, who could have done it? I think the reason they brought Hogan in is they wanted name recognition. Well, I'm not sure that the name recognition really went over. I think, and this is just myself talking, because I have nothing else to hang my hat on, I think the guy that's really helping TNA out, and he's doing it as a manager, is Ric Flair. Kurt Angle. Abyss, take a look at the character change in him. I expect to see Hogan turn on him anytime now. But that's old school. Bischoff had WCW, that's all I'm going to say.
Actually, you just mentioned Abyss. I want to touch on that. You've got the angle where with Hogan mentoring Abyss and he draws power from Hogan's Hall of Fame ring. I'm not quite sure I'm getting it. Maybe I'm missing something. It seems a little hokey to me, not to mention the fact that you've got Hogan with his WWE Hall of Fame ring being a big prop in a TNA storyline.
Well, okay, let's take a look at what they're doing. Ultimately, that ring is going to end up being a curse. It's got to be. The WWE ring in a TNA plot, that was and I'm going to go back, if I may, with you to WCW, to one of the most obnoxious, rottenest, most hateful, stinkiest, dirtiest gimmicks that Ferreira and Russo pulled, and that was making fun of a great friend of mine, JR.
That was terrible. Absolutely.
Well, I said it all. I mean, they can bang my head up against the wall. That's been done enough times. That was the lowest of the low. That's not professional wrestling. Now, bringing in the WWE ring, that's no different, in my opinion. Now, follow my train of thought. Do you remember Alonzo Blaze?
Yes, with the guard with throwing the belt in the trash can on Nitro.
There you go. Can you see it coming now, my friend?
I do. And to be honest with you, up until just a minute ago when you said that's going to turn out to be a curse, I didn't get it. I totally didn't get that.
You
You got me on that one.
I just watch, and I say, okay, what place does it have? Alonzo Blaze did one thing that nobody ever expected. Dump the belt in the trash. Whoa, brother.
Fair
Here
enough.
we go.
Fair enough. That's
As Dusty Rhodes would say, this is American dream, Dusty Rhodes. You don't take that and throw that in new can because I'm the son of the plumber, and I'm here to say Dusty Rhodes is on the way. There's another great athlete, a great athlete.
That's a pretty good Dusty Rhodes. We can do an interview with 3 people. We can talk to Johnny Fabulous, we can talk to the Iron Sheik, and we can talk to Dusty Rhodes. We can do it all in one sitting.
Well, Johnny Fabulous has his own thing. Once in a while, Fabo gets off on a rant. I get in the ring sometimes, and I do a little hip-hop and rapping.
Aha.
And when I want to put my guys over, all I got to say is you're going to see my man is big and strong like me. I want all you folks to sit down and cheer. Drop that man, you fat slob. Drop your beer. I want you to stand and raise your hands. Stand up and clap because this man's grand. I want you to know that it's really true. This is my man, Handsome Johnny. See what he's going to do for you. He's going to take that man and break his... He's going to hit him with a big old knee, roll him on his back, and guess what, ref? It's going to be the 1, 2, 3.
Huh. And I'm starting to see, perhaps, where the birth of Word Life, This Is Basic Thugonomics, might have come from.
No, I got to tell you something. That's not true, and I do it, excuse me, because I have fun with it. I always used to write poetry, so it comes easy. John Cena Jr. was rapping and hip-hopping at the age of 10. Him and his cousin Mark, better known as Trademark, they did that little hip-hop album together. They wrote the songs, they did the beats. Mark wrote a lot of the stuff with John. You know what? That's all Cena Jr. It has nothing to do with the old man. Trust me when I tell you that.